Good morning and welcome to morning meditation. We're now in the month of May, so we're moving to the book of Psalms. I hope you will read Psalm chapter 1. It's just a great statement on how to be blessed and how to have the Lord working in your life and the results of allowing the world to work in our life. But Psalm chapter 2 says, "Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision." Psalm chapter 2 is obviously talking prophetically, but I do think there's a lot of practical points to it. It talks about the kings of this earth, the rulers, and certainly the politicians of today. I think we could take something straight from the headlines of today, the fact that they're declaring abortion an essential business, but churches are non-essential, and you've got the governor of California saying he's going to keep churches closed indefinitely, and several governors saying they're going to reopen businesses but keep churches closed. It certainly sounds like, and from what the Christian Law Association is saying, they haven't seen an assault on religious liberty like this in 50 years. Well, before you get negative and before you start firing off angry emails and getting on blog sites, let me say this: God's in control. And let's trust God today. Yes, we need to be careful. Yes, we need to stand up for our rights, certainly. But we need to do it biblically, compassionately, sincerely. We don't need to make enemies out of the unsaved. They're going to be our enemy naturally because they're not a child of God. And boy, when they make laws and when they make rules that justify sin and allow, I have to be honest, I think one of the craziest things I've seen is California and New York, New Jersey, allowing prisoners that are convicted murderers and rapists and thieves out because of this virus, and they're recommitting the same acts within hours of each other, but they're arresting mothers for walking their children in the park. They're giving tickets to churches for having services in their parking lots. Boy, it certainly seems like they've got justice backwards today. But I'm glad one day there's going to be perfect justice. I trust God today. We're certainly under mandate right now not to open, but we're going to be shortly considering that. I believe as Christians we need to decide, hey, is our faith what we're going to stand for, or are we going to stand in fear? Now obviously we want you to be safe, we want you to feel like you're safe, and we'll still continue to have our services online. I'm not saying there is a date or isn't a date when we're going to open, but I'm certainly not going to wait on kings and governors to decide when things are safe and when things aren't safe. I'm going to depend on the Lord. That doesn't mean it's not based in reality. Obviously, we're going to look at the people getting sick. We're going to take safety measures. But Christian, what I'm coming down to, and I believe what Psalm 2 teaches here, is we don't depend on the government, we depend on God. Now obviously we want to render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar, unto God the things that are God. But as the apostle said in the book of Acts, I'm going to obey God rather than man. And the Bible tells us not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. And it's been neat to assemble together by way of internet and for safety reasons. But Christian, we're going to have to take a stand for our faith, and I do believe the first century Christians took a stand for their faith and it cost them something. And so I'm not encouraging rebellion against the government in any way. What I am encouraging is Christians to realize government's not the answer, God is, and we're going to trust God for His direction, pray for His guidance and leading, and we're praying for every one of you joining us by the internet. I hope you're encouraged. I hope as we study through the Psalms, God will give you the victory in different areas of your life, and that we'll go forward serving Him together. God bless you and have a wonderful day.